World Cup final, billions watching. Spain had just become champions, and an assistant coach punched a player in the face. A midfielder grabbed a young opponent by the throat and threw him to the ground. A red card was followed by a shove on the referee. This wasn't football. This was the ugliest night the World Cup has seen in years. Jude Bellingham walked into the biggest match of his career that night, a World Cup semi-final against Argentina. He started calm, all his anger, all his ambition channeled into the game. But this wasn't a match you could stay calm in. Hard tackles, fouls, constant pushing. From the first minute, the Argentine players seemed to have made Bellingham their target. During a stoppage, Bellingham came face-to-face with Messi. The argument got heated. Bellingham thought a foul had been ignored. Messi turned to him and said, "What about the one on me?" Bellingham's reply went viral. "You're strong enough to take it." Messi shrugged. Bellingham walked away smiling. England were ahead. Then Messi's 2 assists turned the game, 2-1. England were out, and the real ugliness came after the final whistle. Barco was celebrating. Bellingham walked up behind him and slapped the back of his head. Barco reacted. Otamendi pushed Bellingham. In seconds, chaos. One of the most talented players in the world had lost control at the exact moment he needed it most. But he wasn't the only one. Uruguay against Spain. Group stage. Uruguay needed at least a point to go through. A mistake from Muslera put Spain ahead. As the minutes passed, football disappeared and anger took over. Agustin Cannabio had been warned again and again. His nerves were gone. In stoppage time, he flew into Pau Cubarsí with a studs-up, high, deliberate challenge. Red card. Instant. And in that same moment, Cannabio crossed the line. He screamed in the referee's face. Then he shoved him. His teammates had to drag him away. He was still shouting on the sidelines. He was still causing a scene as he walked down the tunnel. As former FIFA referee Keith Hackett said, "You cannot react that way to a match official. Football has only one untouchable line, the referee." Cannabio had long since crossed it. Uruguay were eliminated in the group stage for the second tournament in a row. But no one was talking about the result. They were talking about the disgrace. Then came the final. July 19th. MetLife Stadium, Argentina looking to defend their title. Spain, the European champions. The game started cautiously. Then, at halftime, Leandro Paredes came on and lit the fuse. In the 52nd minute, he shoved Rodri from behind. The referees missed it. Moments later, he pushed Dani Olmo to the ground and received a yellow. Argentina would commit 25 fouls that night. The match was walking a tightrope. In the 82nd minute, Enzo Fernandez was booked. 11 minutes later, he produced a horrifying, completely needless challenge that sent Cubarsí flipping through the air. Second yellow. Red card. Argentina down to 10 men. They were lucky the game even reached extra time. In the 106th minute, Ferran Torres scored. Spain were world champions. The final whistle blew, and all the accumulated anger exploded at once. Spanish players ran onto the pitch to celebrate. Nahuel Molina threw a punch at Spain captain Rodri. Instantly the pitch turned into a brawl, players, substitutes, coaching staff, everyone involved. Scaloni was desperately trying to pull his own players away. And in the middle of that chaos, the cameras caught something hard to believe. Not a player, an assistant coach. Roberto Ayala from Argentina's technical staff punched Dani Olmo in the jaw. A man whose job was to put out fires had poured petrol on them. FIFA opened an investigation immediately. Both Molina and Ayala came under disciplinary review. What Argentina lost that night wasn't just a trophy. It was dignity. But the true face of the chaos was Leandro Paredes. While Spain celebrated, he charged at Eric Garcia, grabbed him by the throat, and threw him to the ground. Then he grabbed Gavi, who was trying to intervene, and hurled him onto the grass. His teammate Olmo joined in. A World Cup final closed with one of the ugliest scenes in its history. If you believe scenes like these have no place in football, hit the like button and subscribe. We cover the real, raw stories of the game, the ones that don't get cleaned up for TV. Drop a comment and tell me which moment shocked you the most. Players can lose control in the pain of defeat. Even that is unacceptable. But when a member of the coaching staff steps into a brawl and punches an opposing player, that is something else entirely. That night at MetLife, Argentina didn't just lose a World Cup. They lost their composure in front of the entire world. And yet, despite all the ugliness, football remains the most beautiful game on earth. If you don't want to miss stories like this, make sure you're subscribed. In your opinion, what was the most shameful moment of this World Cup? Bellingham's slap, Canabio's attack on the referee, Enzo's red card challenge, Ayala's punch, or Paird's assault on Gavi. Be honest in the comments.